Portage First Nation within Treaty 8 territory, home to Indigenous, Métis, and Inuit peoples who have occupied these lands since time immemorial. I call this meeting to order. Julie, or sorry, Councillor Randall.
I propose that we accept the adoption or the agenda as presented.
Call the question. Those in favor? Carried. You're up. Go ahead, Ron.
Good afternoon, council. I'm here today to present a report to seek the approval to add legal and cleanup costs to roll 2246.00. Housing on lot 2, block 16, plan 7520722, municipal address 721 6th Avenue Northwest, tax roll 2246.00, experienced a fire resulting in the unit being burnt down. The property had been left in an unsightly state since the event of the fire. Multiple attempts to get the property owner to clean up the lot were unsuccessful. Administration received a court order to clean up the property and has since done so. In order for the town to recoup most of these costs, council will need to approve the transfer of the costs to the tax roll. I've outlined the sections of the MGA here that outlines the authority given to the municipality to do so. The town was awarded $7,500 in legal costs to be applied to the tax roll during its court visit. In addition, demolition and cleanup costs have added up to $14,000 plus GST. Administration is seeking council approval to add these costs to the tax roll of the affected property in order to recoup the expenses the town incurred to remedy the unsightly property. Adding the amounts to the tax roll will allow the town to recoup approximately $21,500 in costs incurred to clean up an unsightly property. If these costs are not added to the roll, the town will incur these costs directly. And it is our recommendation that council approve the transfer of these costs to the property's tax roll.
Councillor Hughes.
Just a question here. So I was actually asking about this property, just to Lori out of curiosity there, because I had received my own resident complaints about the state of it. It is now owned by the bank. So the town had to take the bank to court and now the courts have, we must clean it up. I just wanted to.
When the property went into default there, the town had put its lien on there. So we have a vested interest in the property. We're not the owner of the property.
Okay,
But we're acting on our behalf to recoup our costs. So during this process, we generally fall first in line.
okay,
And so by taking this action and adding it to the roll, our claim basically goes to the front of the line when the property is sold.
okay. And we have to clean it up,
Cleaning
cleaning it or not?
The town does not the town had the ability to clean it up. And so
Okay.
we can generally do that, but then you're reliant on other party members to do so. And in order to make sure the property was kind of tidy and to sell it, the administration took it under their wing to clean it up.
Okay,
And these are past, I'm sorry, these are past costs that we've incurred, not going forward. And this is our chance to recoup it when it changes.
Yeah, then most of these costs were incurred within the last week here, so.
okay, thank you.
Councillor Randall.
Nobody wants to read the long and involved motion. I move that amounts of $7,500 awarded as costs for the section 554 application and all costs incurred by the town arising from the demolition and disposal of the mobile home be added to the tax roll of the lands legally described as Plan 7520722, Block 16, Lot 2, known as the lands, in accordance with section 5531C of the Municipal Government Act, and further that administration of the town of Slave Lake is authorized to remove from the tax roll any portion of these costs as may be necessary to give effects of this, any agreement reached between the town of Slave Lake and a new purchaser of the lands relating to the recovery of any enforcement costs remaining unpaid after the closing of the purchase of the lands. Yeesh.
Call the question. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Councillor Hughes.
Motion to adjourn?
All those in favor? Carried.